So what can Georgia fans expect from Arik Gilbert this season? It's one of the biggest question marks I think people have for this team. If you don't follow recruiting, Arik Gilbert was an easy 5-star tight end, wide receiver, pass catcher, 6'5", 250-pounder out of Marietta High School, one of the best high school players I've ever seen, had one of the best seasons I've ever seen from a high school player. So the hype was real going into college. It didn't work out at LSU, did not play Georgia last year, but he's a guy who is slowly turning things around. So I went to go watch him work out in Marietta last week alongside Georgia Bulldog teammates Oscar Delp and Denai Morset, two guys who I thought had a good workout and two guys who I think could make an early impact in the fall. But Arik is a guy who probably needs to trim down a little bit, but from everything I'm hearing, he is making big strides. He's happy. Again, in a day and age where a lot of kids get depressed, they're anxious, and they just need to get their mind right and their focus right. And I think Arik had to deal with some of that last year as one of the reasons he couldn't play. But I've been told that he's in a good mindset. He's happy where he is. He's eager to get after it this spring. And from everything I've heard, he's doing everything he can to get back into football shape, trim down a little bit. And as you can see by some of these videos, he's in the gray, by the way. Denai, the incoming wide receiver, is in the red, and Oscar Delp in the black there. So I think I don't want to speculate on his weight, but he's not 250. He's not this 6'5", 250-pound deer just running by guys, running through guys with outstanding hands. I think the hands are still probably there, but he's not the guy that I saw out of high school, and I think it still might take some time for him to get to that level. Of course, he's coming into Georgia, signed with Georgia last summer to play wide receiver, but the way Georgia is stacked at tight end, especially with guys like Brock Bowers out for the spring, Darnell Washington out for the spring, you're relying on Rylan Goody, who's had some injury concerns. Brett Seither is a guy who does not have a lot of experience at all, and you have incoming freshman Oscar Delp, who I think is going to have a really nice spring and show people what he can do. So he's probably going to get some more reps at tight end this spring, especially because I don't know if he's heavy enough, light enough to play wide receiver right now. But I do think he's starting to move well for his size. He knows how to run routes, right? He knows what to do to get open. He has the footwork down. He's a technician. He can kind of run different type of routes. So it's not like he's learning how to run routes and get up. He knows how to do it. He just has to get into shape or better shape. I mean, dude's in better shape than I am right now, obviously, and most of the people watching this video. But is he Georgia Bulldog immediate impact type of shape right now? That I'm not so sure. But, hey, he's got a few more months this summer to get into that type of shape and be able to be a guy who can make big plays. And what'll be his third year removed from high school, right? So if everything went well and according to plan, this was going to be his breakout junior season and then off to the NFL. So I still think he has that talent. Again, every time I watched him in high school, the dude absolutely dominated. He was doing stuff at his size, running faster than anyone I've probably ever seen at 250 pounds, still in high school, not even 18 years old. And what he was doing is special. He was one of the top players I've ever seen. And I hope to see him get back to that next level because I remember thinking, man, this guy is going to be special. He can do it all. And still just trying to work back to get to that point. But he's lifting well. He's working out. He's giving it his all. And I've been told that he's doing everything he can to get back into that shape and be a guy who can make a big type of impact this year. So will he start out at wide receiver? Will he start out at tight end? Brock Bowers does a little bit of both, right? I mean, you can still split him out and use him in different type of ways. It's not like he has to play beside the tackle on the line of scrimmage every single time to be listed as a tight end. So they can move him around, do whatever they want with him, create mismatches because that's what he was supposed to be doing. He's a mismatch problem. He's too quick and fast for linebackers, but he breaks tackles. There are not a lot of guys who can tackle him, especially up high, in the secondary. If you get him down, you're going to have to do your best to trip him up, and even then it's going to be tough. So he's big, fast, strong, powerful, but that was the guy that I saw in high school, and I think we saw a glimpse of at LSU. Of course, he's had to take some time off, but this is a go year. This is the year where if he wants to play at the next level, if he wants to be a football player for the next 10 plus years, if he wants to make millions of dollars, he needs to get it done right now, and I think he's doing everything he can to get it done. So this spring is absolutely huge for him, and it's huge for the guy working out with him, Oscar Delp. He's a guy I've known for a long, long time. If you've been watching my videos, you've seen clips of Oscar that you've never seen anywhere else. So again, without Brock Bowers, without Darnell Washington, you've got a pass catcher like Oscar Delp, 6'5", 225, 230 right now. He's got a lean frame. He knows how to catch the ball, and he's only getting bigger and stronger. So this was on spring break. These guys could have been at the beach. They could have been taking some time away from the gym, away from football activities. But yeah, they were back home and making the drive out to Marietta to get these workouts in. At least Oscar did. Arik and Denialon are kind of from that Cobb County area already. But these guys are ready. I think the staff sent out some workouts for these guys to do. I know Brock Bowers was doing workouts in California with a sling on. That's how much he cares. But this team is focused. They're ready to go, and that's what you have to do if you want to repeat as champions. I spoke in a video earlier last week that this could be Kirby's toughest challenge because he's replacing so many guys, and everyone's coming for you. You're at the top of the mountain right now. Georgia is playing the role that Alabama has played the last decade, where you're the top guy. People want to dethrone you. You're the champs, and in order to repeat, you can't have any distractions, or the least amount of distraction as possible. And if Arik Gilbert is not a distraction, and he turns into the guy that I once saw play in high school and told everyone, hey, this is the real deal, then I think he's only going to bring another element to Georgia's offense. No Jermaine Burton, no George Pickens, not the end of the world at all, especially if a guy like Arik can come in and play good ball and catch passes and break tackles and just be a mismatch for defenses, because that's one of the reasons he was a 5-star in the first place. So he's getting after it. I've been told that whole team has been getting after it this spring. Make sure you're over on Dog Post, read all the latest team updates, practice updates, and of course everything leading up to the Georgia spring game in the middle of April. Guys, thanks for watching this video. As always, stay tuned to the next one coming up right now, and I will see you over on the